Alright, something a little different from Magic today. Past couple days I've been putting out shorts on Flesh and Blood trading card game, which I finally got my hands on some cards. This game's price is just so inflated right now. It's crazy. I mean, I saw one card that's up there for like 30 grand. The first edition booster boxes are 2 grand for this particular set, the Arcane Rising. And yeah, like every place around me either doesn't carry it yet or they were just like sold out. So it took me a while to get my hands on it. I heard about this, a while back, a couple years ago probably, that it was in the works. A buddy of mine told me about it, and then honestly I kind of forgot about it, and now that I picked Magic back up, I just kind of came across the cards and I was like, oh yeah, that card game, wonder what happened with it. Check it out. Boom, just prices out of control, super high in demand. So here I am on the hype train. Figured I would check it out. So I've already opened a few of these boosters already, and I gotta say the first impression is fantastic. I mean, I'm loving the art style. I really like the mechanics, the kind of fresh take on trading card with the hero and equipment. Feels a lot more like a one-on-one duel. And it's kind of cool to see a fresh, literally came out just over a year ago, so all this is brand new. Magic is, there's just so much in Magic right now, right? Like I'm pretty familiar with Magic. I don't play as much as some other people, but I'm also not brand new to it. If I was brand new to Magic right now, it would be so overwhelming, just between the card options and all the abilities and the mechanics, and just everything would be a lot. So a game like this, where it's really cool because there's not a ton yet. What is there is fleshed out pretty good, and it's just really cool to go through this new content. And Magic I got into well after it was already an established game. I mean, I got into it probably first time like 2002 when I first came to the States, and my friends introduced me to it, but didn't really start playing and building decks and playing around until probably like '04. So very well established by then, and so it's really cool to experience a new card game kind of from the start. So the way these packs are set up, and don't yell at me for wanting to put the rares in the back and all that. That's what we're cracking the packs open for, hoping for the rares, mythics. So the back 7 cards, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, are hero specific or class specific, whatever you want to call it. So this particular set, the Arcane Rising, has 4 available heroes. You have the Ranger. So Ranger, Wizard, Runeblade, and Mechanologist. So the 7 cards I just took off the back are all hero and class specific cards. You'll see once I go through it if you haven't seen the cards already. And then I believe this can be a foil, and then you have 2, or it's always a foil, and then you have 2 rares or betters, and then the rest are commons, general commons. At least that's what I've seen so far. Unlike Magic, there is no uncommon. So you have, for rarity, you got commons, you got a rare, super rare, majestic, fabled, and legendary. Yeah, I believe that's it. And from what I've seen, there is no card symbol. It will say down here, so C for common, it'll be a blue R for rare. I've gotten a couple of mythics. I believe they're orange or purple. But yeah, check out this check out the sweet art. I mean, all of it feels very steampunky, but especially the mechanologist cards. You can see the so basically it's these cards are restricted to your hero. So you pick a hero, kind of like a commander almost, right? To compare it to Magic, and then you can only really put in cards there. Either they say your hero or class down here, or there are generic cards that you can put into your deck. But super cool card game. If you haven't checked it out, if you haven't had the chance, please do. It is a little disheartening that the supply is a little bit limited. I spent upwards of 2 weeks looking for, again, reasonably priced boxes. There's plenty available in hundreds of dollars, but even $150 and down, it was very limited. I finally found a local card shop that was getting a shipment in, and my buddy went over there first thing they opened and grabbed us a box. So hopefully this doesn't cause like a barrier to entry for a lot of newer players. But from what I understand, the unlimited ones also, this is an unlimited, Arcane Rising Unlimited. It's not the first edition. Those are going for $2,000 a box. This one was $115, much more reasonable. Anyway, let's just kind of go through the cards. I'm gonna share my thoughts. Like I said, the art super cool. The other cool thing is there's a lot of flavor right now. Like, I get it, every card in Magic can't be flavorful. It's a lot of flavor because there's been so many cards, right? Like every title and description and the ability and effect can't work well together. But because this one is so fresh, they can make it work. So the title relates to the description and the ability, and a lot of times this one doesn't have a quote on it, but they'll have a quote and the quote ties into it just beautifully. So it's awesome. Opening these have been great. And the foils, I feel like a lot of card games, when they do a foil, it just kind of seems like they slap on a just shiny surface on top of the foil. But these guys are doing, like, the foil is just so detailed. Let me see if I can find one for you guys to give you. Actually, we'll get to one in the end here. Hopefully it's a good one. Some are better than others, but they just, the foil, the shyness outlines the kind of key aspects of the artwork, and it works beautifully. So all right, Overloop. I mean, look at this guy. If Overloop hits, put it on the bottom of your deck when the chain link resolves. So there's also it almost feels like, look at this headshot, it's brutal. Like I said, it's your hero versus your opponent's hero, and you're basically just back and forth trading blows, one attacking, one defending. And it's pretty quick paced. And it's just fun. I mean, I don't have a ton of cards right now, but even the decks that I put together are fun to play. I can't even imagine a deck, comprised of like rares or higher. It must be so nuts. And I'll show you the difference between kind of power spike between a common card and even a rare or super rare. Like mythics are just, they give you so many more options. And I've been separating these out by essentially class. As far as I know, maybe there were some heroes from other sets. There's not in this where they let you use cards from other sets, but I could totally see that being like a hybrid hero or something like that. Yeah, like the foil of this guy, that blue flame in the back is the accentuated by the foil, and it's just awesome. So again, if you haven't played this yet, this is sort of your cost to play the card. And the way you pay that is you they call it pitching. You pitch another card. So if you wanted to play this card, you could pitch this card, and there's 3 colors. There's blue, yellow, and red. And when you pitch a blue card, you get 3 resources, and yellow is 2 resources, and red is 1 resource. And also so to play this, you could pitch this guy for 3. You spend 1, and you have 2 left over for the turn. And the colors also play into it, because what I've noticed is you can have a single card in more colors. I'll show you an example in a second. So like this guy, for example, a red version of him. So this is his power. So if you use this guy as an attack, he's a attack action. He'll be attacking for 3, and then any modifiers. But a red version of him would likely have either 4 or 5 power, just because you can't pitch him for as much. So there's quite a bit of variety within within these cards. And then again, these are, so if you saw before, like this one this is a Runeblade action, so only the Runeblade hero can use that particular card. But this one is a generic action, so this can go in any deck. And hopefully I can get a hero card so I can show you guys. But I mean, yeah, just look at this. So this is a yellow pitch. So this guy, if you use them for resources, he would only give you 2 resources. But yeah, I don't know what is about this art. It just gives me a very, I don't know, it's fresh, I guess. I've been looking at Magic cards for so long that, like Pokemon feels a little too cartoony for me. I like some of the cards and other ones, but I was also never big into Pokemon, so maybe that's why. And Magic, I have a very specific sort of art style in mind when I think about Magic. So this is nice to have something new. Vest of the First Fist. When an attack action card you control hits, you may destroy the vest. If you do, gain 2 resources. So this is really cool because you chain attacks. I mean, that's a big thing, right? So you attack once and then you want to attack again, and a lot of these cards will say go again. I'll show you that in a second. Actually, let me see. Alright, so for example, this guy's go again. So normally if you attack with this guy, right, and that attack resolves, you won't get to go again. That's it. That was your action. But if you got a card like this where it says go again, you do the attack, you do the ability, whatever it is, and then you get to take another turn. You basically, sorry, not a turn, but not action. So you start each round with 1 action. And then, so you want to try to link attacks together. So you want to use attacks. So you could attack with this guy. That's 1 attack. You get to go again, right? And if you hit with this, basically if any damage goes through, you could sacrifice this guy, gain 2 resources, and then if you also have this in your hand, now you can attack again. And as you can see, this guy specifically, or this card, if the last attack on this combat chain hit, push the point, gains 2 power, so it'd be attacking for 5 all of a sudden. So it's really cool the way you can kind of chain abilities and things like that together. So this is equipment. So basically you have your hero, you have your weapons or weapon, depending on if it's 2-handed or 1-handed. Very RPG like in that sense. And then you have your equipment. You have a headpiece, you have a chest piece, you've got boots, and you got gloves, I believe. Head, chest, and boots I know for sure, and then I'm pretty sure it's gloves. That would make the most sense. I don't think I've even pulled all of one of each, but and then those are just on the board. A lot of them have passive abilities. Some of them, like this, haven't got gotten this vest before. This seems really cool actually for something like a ranger class that does a lot of attacking. This gets deleted, destroyed, sorry. And then as far as I know, you can put more equipment in your and then play the equipment out, but don't quote me on that because I haven't had the chance to play a lot, so there's still some rules that I haven't had to need to look up. Alright, so now we're into rares, and I've been really liking the ranger class, so I'm happy to see a ranger defense reaction. Oh, and then there's the whole chain, so you attack, they have a chance to defend, and then you have an attack reaction you can play, basically kind of add on any abilities or damage, and then there's defensive reactions that can be played. So for a new game, it's got a lot of depth to it. And a wizard defense reaction. The next card you play this turn with an effect that deals arcane damage instead deals that much arcane damage +2. And this is the amount that it would block for during your defense reaction. Very cool. And then it should be the foil. But okay, this is a great example. Look at this foil. So the whole thing is relatively shiny, right? You know, like standard foils. But then look at that lava flow, the way it's kind of exaggerated and the way it's brought. You know, that's the first thing that you might, and you know, it makes sense, right? That's the part that would be. I mean, if you ever seen lava flow down a mountain, like in videos, I've never seen it in person. I mean, it's bright red, and that's the part that catches your eye first. I mean, it makes no sense that the whole mountain would be glowing. It would be streams of lava that would be going, and the lava flow right here, and then, I mean, it's pretty badass. This guy just kind of standing right there. So yeah, huge fan of these foils, and you know, I wish Magic does a little bit more like this. I haven't opened every Magic set and every Magic card, so maybe there are some specialties, but almost every foil in this this game has been like that. And I know there's these things called cold foils that were only in the first edition of these sets. So there's been, as far as I know, there's been 2 major sets, which is the Arcane Rising and Welcome to Wrath or Wraith, and then there's the what's it called? There was another one that just came out. So it's recent, it's first edition. It's going for like $500 to $700, ridiculous. Oh jeez, Crucible of War. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. Let's see if this is a, okay, so this is a ranger weapon. I was hoping it'd be a wizard. I haven't gotten a wizard yet. From the last one we pulled, it was a mechanologist weapon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. All right, another headshot. I mean, I will say, I think there's supposed to be 200 and something cards in this set according to their website. It seems like there's less. I've opened 14 boosters now, something like that, because there's 24 in the pack, maybe more like 16. And I've gotten a lot of duplicates, so I mean, I believe them obviously when they say there's 240 or something like that cards in this set, but I've gotten a lot of, I've probably only gotten under 50 unique cards. But yeah, I mean, a good chunk of them could be just rares, super rares, majestics, fable and legendaries, so you know, it might be part of the reason. But you get 2 rares per pack, which is kind of cool. The I guess the rares are sort of like uncommons. I guess they'll take that on since there is no uncommon. Searing Arrow. So this is a, you know, I was talking to Flavor back then. a little bit ago, Searing Arrow, right? If it hits, they lose 1 life, right? It's kind of like burn, you know, if you take a fiery arrow to the ass, you're gonna also take some burn damage from it, right? Aside from the initial hit. So as long as it hits you, even if it hit you, you know, a padded area, you would still feel that heat. So it's very cool. Whoa. Again, happy to see Ranger cards. Read the runes. Create 3 rune chant tokens. So I will say the Ranger is very noob friendly, if you will. It seemed like I was able to just kind of start playing her without too much trouble. Runeblade seems a little bit more involved, where you have to kind of combo things together. Basically, you create these rune tokens, and when you attack, they'll kind of pop and deal 1 arcane damage to the opponent. And if you're not popping those, it seems like you're not, you know, you're not taking full advantage of your class. And to get those runes out, it takes a little more thought. Whereas the Ranger, you know, you knock back arrows and you you fire them off. At least for casual fun, you know, beginner play. I'm at a competitive level. I'm sure it's a different story, but yeah, that's my first thoughts as far as Runeblade versus Ranger. I think Ranger's more fun to start with, so if you're thinking about it, maybe give that a shot. And also Wizard. The Wizard seems like a lot more straightforward on what you're trying to accomplish. A lot of zip zap, you know. You know, you can see burn spells basically. I haven't gotten the Wizard hero yet, so I'm hoping that's one of the cards that we get. And so the way that works, you always get this. So this is a rune chant that Runeblade creates, and then this is a pistol. So this is the card you would use, and this is the same card that would have the hero on it. So you kind of have one shot at it. You know, if that one doesn't have it on it, it's not like we can draw it from here. Voltic Bolt, another wizard action. So, you know, I don't know, like, this just seems so much better to me, right? It's like 1-0 for 3. Again, so this is red, so a yellow or blue counterpart might do a little less damage down here. Hopefully we get one and we can compare, because if you want to use this to cast a spell, you're only gonna get 1 resource. So like, you can use this card to cast this card, because this would give you 1 resource. This requires 2, whereas this could pay, well, this one costs 0, so you don't pay anything. But yeah. Well, this is another one. So you can, you know, from reading this and the restrictions, you can like, it seems like you could basically cast, you know, play this card for free. Now keep in mind, this isn't the same as Magic, where you play a card and all of a sudden, you know, you could like pile it on. Again, if it's an action, you can only play one of those unless it says go again on it. So like, if you played this, that's all you could do for that turn, unless there's some other card or ability that gives you go again. So it's not quite as powerful, but still, if you played this and you had to go again, then you could play this essentially for free, because you got 3 rune tokens, rune chant tokens, and this says 1 less resource for each rune chant, and you would have 3, which brings it down to 0. A lot of times in Magic, I've seen, you know, no less than 1, but this one doesn't have that same restriction. This guy, Back Alley Break Line. If an activated ability or action card effect puts Back Alley Break Line face up into zone from your deck, gain 1 action point. Rifting. Sunkiss. There's a Moonkiss. Also, we haven't drawn that yet, but Lead the Charge. The next time you play an action card with cost 0 or greater this turn, gain 1 action point. So this is a good example. I'm pretty sure the blue version of this says Next enemy player with a cost 3 or greater, or 2 or greater, sorry, gain 1 action point. So again, those trade-offs between, do you run a red, you want to mix, so it makes a difference. Oh, here is, this is a headpiece, but this is a class-specific equipment. So you couldn't just put this on any hero. Arena's Prayer. I've gotten quite a few of these. Again, even the rares I've gotten a lot of duplicates, so I don't know if that just, you know, it's supposed to be, oh, maybe it's 100 and something cards. Let me look that up after this pack. Pour the Mold. Mechanologist Action. Very cool. Where am I putting the rares? Right there. And the foil is Push the Point. Here we go. We can do a comparison between these guys. Let's see. So this is the one we drew earlier. So this is a yellow. This is a blue. You can see the ability is the same and the cost is the same, but this guy attacks for 2, whereas this guy attacks for 3. So just trade-offs. Alright. So unlimited says right there. I gotta say, these packs are a lot easier to open than some of the magic packs. Look at this. Boom. Boom. And a clean pull. Oh, here we go. Oops, bumped my mic a little bit. Alright, so this is one of the heroes. Viceral? He's a Rune Blade, so he's the guy that will let you play all these cards. This is your hand size, so you start the game with this many cards in your hand, and at the end of your turn you draw until you have this many cards in your hand. This is your life total. This is the fact that he's a hero. This is the type of hero it is, or hero class. And so this young, so there's already 2 different well, actually there's like 4 or 5 different formats, but so there's the standard where you can play up to 80 cards, and then there's the blitz mode, which I think is maximum of 40. I think you can have 30 to 40, and the standard, the hero has 40 health points, and in blitz you only have 20, just for speed of play. And let's see what's on the other side of him. Oh shoot, different art. I haven't seen these. So this is the what I was just talking about. So he's got 40. He's still the same hand size and the same ability, same exact card in every way, except for the health difference and the fact that it doesn't say young here. But this is kind of looks like what's his name, Reaper from don't get mad with my comparisons, guys. I play across a wide range of games and genres, so if you don't like a particular game and I compare this to it, or vice versa, please don't be salty. Alright. It's all art, fantasy, whatnot. It's very cool. I like that art. I like it a lot. Alright, so let's do our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Let's bring that over. Also, you can see I got this Zendikar Rising box topper sitting there with one of the expedition, possible expedition land, and you know, part of me wants to crack it open. The other part is like, oh, just hold on to it, save it, you know, because there's a huge variety of value in there. And right now, since I'm not really playing Magic, I'm looking more for monetary value, which, you know, say what you will, but so yeah, I've just been holding on to it. I can't decide. Maybe I'll flip a coin one of these videos and pop it open. Oh, this is, I have a foil of this and it's freaking cool. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Oh, I'm just dropping things left and right. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, there it is. Alright, so first let's look at the regular. Still incredible art, incredible detail. And then take a look at the foil. Let me take care of the sleeve. Excuse me. Look at that. And notice that little crosshair. Look at that. Right? Look at the radar. It's highlighted by the green. The hair highlighted by a different color. Look at even the little it's like fire alarm, you know, gets its own little shine. So just incredible. Can't say enough good things about the art and the foiling, really. Alright, let's keep going. And these videos are just coming out so long. I just keep basically ranting, or not ranting, but I just keep babbling on. I love hearing my own voice, I guess. But I don't know how people do commentary plus open packs and keep it under 15 minutes. It's incredible. Incredible. Alright, throttle. Boost. As an additional cost to play throttle, you may banish the top card of your deck. If it's a mechanologist card, throttle gains go again. So this is what I was saying, you know, you can chain attacks together. So this guy's already kind of a heavy hitter, and there's a lot of cards that let you essentially scry. I think in this game they're called opt, and you know, it's opt and then a number value. So opt 1 would let you look at the top card, and then you can keep it on top of your library or put it on the bottom of your library. So you know, you mix some of those in, which a lot of the generics have that. So you know, you get a good mix together, and you can, it doesn't have to be luck, right? You don't have to play throttle and hope for a mechanology. You can kind of control that. So it's great competitive what do you call it, mechanics. But you know, it also means that kind of the traditional drawing mechanics and the scry mechanics, and you know, bring graveyard cards back to your library or your hand, are gonna be very, very powerful, I think. At least that's my sort of prediction. But I think those cards usually are in any trading card game, just because, especially card draw, are just so powerful. So if you get some card draw cards, you know, hold on to it. Wizard action. And my phone is telling me that I've reached the maximum recording, and it's gonna save into a new file. Jesus. Ooh, one of my favorite cards. It's a really cool one. So it has a built-in go again, and adds 3 onto your next attack, so you can kind of boost up your next attack. And it lets you, here we go, opt for 2. So it works well with the ranger, because one of her abilities lets you put the top card of your library into your arsenal, and if it's an arrow, it gains dominate, which is it can only be blocked essentially by a single card. So more than likely you're gonna get damage through, and if it has an effect on it where it if damage gets through it, the effect goes into play, then you know, all the better. So opting is pretty powerful, I'm sure, in any deck, but in ranger especially, from what I can tell. Oh, here we go. So I think this card is gonna be worth some. I think down the line we're gonna look at this card and be like, this is OP as hell, because it's 0 cost, opt 4 as a red. I think the blue one is opt 2, but both have go again. But even opt 2 for 0, I mean, or you can block for 3. It's just, it's, in my opinion, it's a really good card. Let me know what you think. Achilles Accelerator. Mechanologist Equipment. Destroy it, gain 1 action point. Activate this ability only if you have boosted this turn. Again, gaining action points, powerful. You do destroy it, but it can mean the difference between ending in a turn, ending somebody's life total to 0 in a turn, or giving them a nice shot to kind of recover. So let's see if we can't pull, like, you know, even a super rare, so I can show you guys kind of the difference between, you know, the power levels. It's just a rare. Ether Spindle. Deal 4 arcane and opt X, where X is the damage dealt by Ether Spindle. So 2 for possibly opt 4 on top of 4 damage. Fantastic. Alright, here we go. Oh, another wizard action. Stir the Ether Winds. You may play your next wizard non-attack action card this turn as though it were an instant. And if it has an effect that deals arcane damage, instead effect deals that much arcane damage plus 1. I haven't played the wizard, so you know I can't really say if that's how good that is. I know making a making an action card an instant is pretty powerful, but this is, you know, kind of expensive. So I think the red version would, instead of plus 1, it would be plus 3, which is seems better for that burst damage. But let's see what our foil is. Ooh, again, look at those highlights by the, look at the little swirls. Alright, so I was gonna open 3, but I'm a little bummed that we didn't get a anything better than a rare. So let's do one more. How many does that leave me with? So I got 5 left. So this will be my 19th one. Let's see if we can't find something in the higher rarity. Like I said, so far I've gotten 2 mythics and 1 super rare, and rest have been rares. Oh, here we go. This is, well, this is, her name's Dash. This is the Mechanologist hero, the young version. So like I said, the Mechanologist is very steampunky, which is great. I like their art style a lot. Oh, and this is the older version. Dash all grown up, inventor extraordinaire. And the, so see, this is what I mean by flavor. So on this one, you know, the young version just says Dash, and then, you know, by the time she's grown up and matured and had a career, she's become known as the inventor extraordinaire. So very cool. And she also cut her hair apparently. Huh. All right. So here we go. Let's keep it in intended order. Let's see if that changes anything for the rarity. Oh, here we go. We got Moonwish to go with our Sunkiss. Sunwish? Not Sunkiss. Sunwish. So it's kind of cool. They got cards that, you know, work together. You know, there's some synergy there you can build. These are commons and not, you know, super powerful, but I could see some of the rares working together and, you know, create some great combos. One cool thing is right now it seems you can combo a lot of things in the way of chaining actions without having to have like specific 4 cards, even with just a bunch of commons. So it's very cool to see you have the ability to do that. And I think part of that is because there is a smaller round of cards in this set, maybe. But yeah, happy to see. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Very cool. Vigor Rush. If you have played a non-attack action card this turn, Vigor Rush gains Go Again. Oh, here's the non-foil version. of this card. And we got the foil earlier. Look at that. It's beautiful. BEA, beautiful. I wish I had better lighting because I think I could do it more justice, but I mean, even in this lighting, you know, comes through pretty well. So far my favorite helm out of the 2 helms that I've drawn, so not a huge competition, but instant destroy talismanic lens, opt for 2. Again, like I said, ranger opt seems to be really good, and it's generic, you can put on a hero. Oh, here we go with the rares. So I didn't do the card trick, so I was hoping we'll get something a little more tasty, but reduce to and another rare. So I was gonna say it seems to be 1 hero specific and 1 generic rare, but this one is also hero specific. So, and oh yeah, look at that, the fire, the trim on the robes, robe of rapture. Destroy, robe of rapture, gain 3 resources. So that's an action. So that would as far as I know, that would kind of that'd be it. So you won't be able to do anything with the resources, but you know, you could have a card that said next action gains go again, which would let you do it. And then these are the class specific cards that we were getting first before. So these are arrows. So these are ranger specific, and arrows can only be played from the arsenal, which is for the ranger, you can think of it as like, you know, you basically, you're gonna be knocking your arrow into your bow, and then you can fire it. So you can't just use it from your hand. It'd be like taking an arrow and just throwing it with your hand instead of putting it in your bow first. So in that sense, a lot of times you kind of show your hand, because a lot of the arrows will say, you know, if it's put into the arsenal face up, you know, do something extra. But from what I've seen, there's no really like counters in this. I haven't seen any counters, so there's not much the other person could do about it anyway. But yeah, locked and loaded, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen a lot of oh, this one's nowhere, I don't recognize it. Scalding rain. Scalding rain, scalding rain. Zap. I love this name. Zap. Oh, here we go. Look at that. If we need another example, this is a blue. It's a red. One does 3 damage. They cost the same and everything. Art's the same. One does 3 damage. One does 1 damage, but one lets you add more. So you trade off mana or resource production power for damage dealing power. Alright, still nothing better than a rare. So here's what we're going to do. We're gonna get ourselves a coin. Alright, got myself a nice tasty coin. Heads, we open up another one. Tails, we do not. Alright, so this is your tails, and this is your heads. Now these are the best coins, because whether you win the flip or lose the flip, you still win because you get to eat the chocolate, right? So here we go. What did I say? Tails, we open up another one. Heads, we don't. Or was it the other way? Alright, tails never fails, right? So tails to open up another one. It is heads. You know how they say, flip a coin and you'll know what you want to come up as it's flipped? Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I really want that tails to come up. So I'm gonna eat this piece of chocolate. Oh my god, these are harder to open than the packs. Oh, let's do that. Let's flip the chocolate side. See where it comes up. Because really, that's the side you should be flipping, right? The gold side is rigged. There we go. Look at that. Tails. Alright, let's open one up. Ooh, this is the older Rune Blade. Maybe he's older and wiser, so he's got better cards. What do you think? Is that how it works? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Ooh, Kennel. Finally got a wizard. No, it's a health change. This is the younger version? Oh, sorry. This appears to be the younger version. Just wild, out of control, just a big smile on his face, just burning everything. The older version, much more controlled, right? Look at that. Just palming it. And the excited smile has changed to like a smirk, like he's thinking to himself, like, I could burn you to bits, but I'm not showing it. I'm not a showy youngster. Alright, let's do the card trick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ridge Rider Shot. Have about 4 of those. Optical Monocle. Another Searing Shot. Zipper Shot. Oh, Zipper Hit. Amplify the Arknight. Amplify that Arknight. Index. The librarian hanging out. Indexing crap. With the top 5 cards, put 1 card from among them on top of your deck and the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Again, looking at top 5 cards, very good. Having to put 4 of them, I think I'd feel a little better if it was put 2 on the top and the rest on the bottom, but again, you know, it's for 0. And the blue version would let you look at less, which honestly might be a little better, less choices. Who wants that many choices, right? Blood Spill Invocation. I want the foil of this because I think that would look really cool with the symbol lit up. Ravenous Rebel. Push the point again. Rifting. Ooh, Candaverous Contraband. Hits, you may put a non-attack action card from your graveyard on top of your deck. Again, that's a great ability. And it deals 4, so one thing to keep in mind is a lot of these cards block for 2 or 3. So anything that does more than 3, there's a good chance that you're gonna make your opponent basically spend another card just to block. And the way defense works in this game, at least from what I understand, unless I'm wrong, if it's your turn and you're if it's your opponent's turn and you're defending and you have 4 cards in your hand and you use 2 of those cards to defend with, you don't draw at the end of that turn to get 4 cards in your hand again. You start your next turn with only 2 cards, and you know, one of those cards that you had to spend because it meant life or death might have been one of the attack cards you were counting, or one of the blue cards that you wanted to pitch for 3 resources. So it's a really creative way and a risk reward way to, you know, do I let the attack through so I can, you know, launch my own bigger attack, or, you know, do I block and just kind of, you know, forget about the next turn and get ready for a turn after. So very cool, very new, very refreshing. All right, first rare is a common. Super disappointing when your rare is a common, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I wish I could count. That'd be great. First rare, Absorb the Ether. The next card you play this turn with an effect deals damage instead of deals damage, arcane damage +2. Oh, we already got this. Like I said, the value changed from here we go, super rare. See, I told you the chocolate side wouldn't let us down. Super rare, you can tell by the symbol, it's a purple one. Pursuit of knowledge. If pursuit of knowledge hits, your hero gains, wow, +1 deck size until another turn. So what this means is you draw an extra card at the end of your turn. So the next turn you'll be starting with 5 cards. I mean, that's huge. That's 20% increase in your hand size. So sorry, 25%. It's a great card. You know, it's probably worth some money. Also as an attack, and it's a blue version, which, you know, sometimes you want the ability to pitch these cards. You don't necessarily want to play it right away because then it goes in your graveyard. But anything you pitch goes back into your library at the end of the turn. So you might not want to use this right away. So you have the ability to pitch with it. That is fantastic. Oh, no way. Holy crap, guys. I told you the chocolate side was the one that was true. See, the gold side, this dang side. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I dropped my freaking phone. That's hilarious. New moments. Anyway, this side was gonna not have us do another pack, but the chocolate said no, you gotta do one. And this is a mythic. You can tell by, oh, mine is not focusing, but if you look down here, that's a red M, and it's a freaking foil. Look, red M, and look how cool that foil is. Just the electricity, her eyes and teeth. This is what I mean by they didn't just slap on some foil on top of the art. They put some thought and work into it. This is so cool. So cool. I am freaking ecstatic right now. Dash special, and that's Dash. Wicked cool. See if we can get a look. Oh, sorry, that's the older Dash with the short hair. So cool. Alright, let's see what it does. You may only have Core in your deck if your hero is Dash. Makes sense. Core enters the arena with 2 steam counters on it. When Core has no steam counters on it, destroy it. At the beginning of your action phase, remove a steam counter from Core and gain 2 resources for 0. Oh my goodness, this is remember when Magic had that card where you for 0 you could play it, sacrifice it, add 3 mana. What was that called? Ooh, something Lotus. Oh, that's right, Black Lotus. And remember, everybody was like, yeah, this card is broken as hell. This is what I'm thinking with this card, because that's, I mean, so the only thing is it doesn't have go again, but it's still a ridiculous way to start, right? I mean, holy crap. Amazing. I had put aside some sleeves and didn't feel like I needed to sleeve any of them, but this one is definitely being sleeved. Well, listen, we're not opening more boosters. We are ending on that freaking awesome note, and also because this video is basically an hour long. Holy crap. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me basically just rant. Hope you enjoyed parts of this. I'm gonna start trying to put timestamps in these so you guys can kind of skip to the good parts and not have to listen to me ramble on. But yeah, freaking awesome. Thanks for watching, and until the next, all right, have a nice day, have a nice night, all that good stuff.